We're just waking up from sleeping.
Did you guys? I don't think you guys ever slept.
We did last, but not right before this. Like we slept last session, but not before this point. Yep.
You last what?
Like last session, we slept, but not
at the very beginning.
Yeah. Not directly before this. Yep.
Right.
So
keep in mind
should I do a full rest or no?
You do not have a full rest.
Okay.
You were damaged last. You ended up walking through a fire gate. Obviously taking half damage because you're fire resistance, but that is where your damage was done. If you have any. But at this time, it's about 6-7 o'clock. It's getting later in the evening.
Hey, group, do you want to quit or sleep before we further approach? Since it's getting dark.
We can come over.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Bit.
All right, since we're close, I would say let's avoid making any fires, and I can take the first watch.
All right. So as you guys go to sleep for the night, Muriel and Esmeralda are both with you at this time. You guys discussed a little bit, and you thought that as you guys go to sleep, you'll probably discuss more in the morning. Go ahead, Nith, on your first lookout. Please give me a perception.
Got a 14.
14?
Yep.
So throughout the night, you don't notice too much. If you're looking at the environment, it's pretty unlike the rest of the Barovia. It's still rainy, but it's more of a hot, muggy rainy. More of a southern swamp.
The bio!
The bio, yeah, is a good way to describe it. It's a very different place than what you've been witnessing the whole entire time so far in Barovia. But it's still cloudy, it's still rainy, and you just have a certain feeling that maybe something else is afoot here than just Strahd himself.
Meta, we know that Baby Lasagna is here, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, okay.
Baby was.
Is that... Yeah. Can I...
It's Baba... Lizaka.
Sure, Baby Lasagna.
Yeah, sure.
The kind of weird feeling that I'm getting that something else is afoot, am I assuming that it's her or just something else, maybe? Or just unsure?
You're unsure.
Okay.
There's just a extra eeriness in the area that you haven't felt yet until now in the area,
Okay.
This region.
Okay.
But besides that, there's swarms of bugs everywhere. You hear toads throughout the whole entire night, constantly croaking away, chirping, whatever. But as 2 hours pass, your watch has ended, and it's time for the next person.
I go wake up Lucan. Hey, Lucan, wake up. I give him a shake.
You shake him awake. He wakes up a little startled, but understands what's happening. And then go ahead, Lucan, and make a perception.
Oh, something wrong. Evidently not.
Go ahead and make a perception, Lucan.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, were you talking?
I said make a perception.
Yeah, and then I...
We can't really hear you, Trevor.
You can't hear me? Oh,
Got those cheap AirPods in, huh?
they're not... They weren't really... Or what?
You keep on cutting in and out.
Well, yes.
Hello.
Hey. And he's gone. Nith, do you want to wake somebody else?
Sure, I will
Wait,
go...
JK, here, hold on, he's back.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
is that better?
we'll see.
I mean, you're not cutting out anymore.
He's also talking short sentences. Go ahead and give me your perception, though.
19.
19? So... Again, just like... excuse me. Just like Nith, you notice that the climate of the area is much muggier and warmer than the rest of Barovia, kind of giving more of a comfort feeling.
How fast? Like, for a while we were...
Spoiler alert, it did not work.
Oh,
Hi.
what in the fuck?
What are you using, Trevor?
Headphones, but like I can hear you now, but
Do we cut out in and out to you?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Headphones on your laptop or on your phone?
Yeah, but now like both, like I've been able... I was asking, can you hear me?
You're choppy.
Hello, baby. I can't hear a thing.
Yeah, well, I was asking like the last the marsh cool down from cool.
Does he sound like he's speaking from another dimension, like through a muffle phone?
Like, he sounds like he's on a merry-go-round, and you only hear him every time he's like directly in front of you.
But a merry-go-round that's like a mile away, right?
Yes.
It's almost like Interstellar, where he's like trying to talk to her from like the past, future dimension, whatever's going on in that movie.
I'm really worried about turning him up volume-wise, because I have a, he'll fix it, start talking normally, blow my eardrums,
Hey.
Hey.
Yep, there you go.
I just got rid of him.
Nice. All right. Smart move.
Good idea.
Were those the ones you just bought?
Yeah. That's not so funny.
So you gave me a 19. You were asking a question though. What was your question?
Yeah. I was asking if the Like before, you'd said like the marsh that we were going through, like it was cold, like it was because we were like coming down from the mountains, and it was like still like even though it was marsh, like it was
As
still
the
chilly.
farther so as the farther away you got from the mountains, the warmer it got. At this point, you're a good distance away from the mountains. You can see them far off in the distance, more of the peaks, but it's a good about 3-4 hours walk from your current
Okay.
location.
So how hot is it now? Can I make an assumption?
You can go ahead and make a nature.
4.
The best you can tell is you still need a long sleeve shirt that you've been wearing, but maybe if you'd like, you can push up the sleeves. That's kind of how much warmer. Yeah. But for your 19, again, you hear the bugs, you hear the toads croaking. The water, the river that separates you and the ruined town is flowing northward. You're swimming towards the lake of Zarovich. But yeah. Is there anything you want to do while you're on watch?
No, just keep watch.
Your 2 hours go by, and you are ending to the end. You're getting a little tired, and you need the well-deserved sleep. Who do you wake up?
Esmeralda.
You walk over to Esmeralda, and Esmeralda kind of quickly turns her eyes kind of like she seemed like she was having a lighter sleep. What is it?
Do you want to take watch?
Ooh, okay.
I didn't see anything.
Anything you noticed?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Quiet.
Quiet. Okay. She kind of you just now notice that as she sleeps, she detaches her leg. As she's about to get up, she reattaches her left leg or her right leg. Kind of does a few little adjustments and then gets up and starts walking the perimeter of the circle. You go to sleep.
Yep.
And her 2 hours go by, nothing happens. And then she goes up to Fury. Fury. As she nudges. Fury, make yourself useful.
Don't make the new chick do it.
I don't trust her yet. We just met her.
What about Pretty Boy?
How about you, little miss? Give me my wagon.
Oh, fine, you little bitch.
Yeah, right back at you, cupcake.
And I take watch. Do I see anything? Do I need to do anything?
Go ahead and make your perception.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
4.
Hold on, time out. I forgot to add my modifier.
5.
Perception is
A
yep,
plus 1
5.
is a 5. During your watch, you don't notice the temperature change. To you, there is a lot of sound going on everywhere. It's coming from all directions, northwest, south, and east.
Anything identifiable, or is it just kind of
Not to you.
wilderness noises?
If you were to guess, it just sounds like multiple bugs. Some flying around close to you, others off in the distance. The ground to you is a little more squishy here than what you've experienced before in Barovia, but other than that, you don't notice anything during your watch. Is there anything you want to do?
No, not really.
So you're the last one to do their watch. At this time, the sun starts to come up from the west, lightening a solid hue in the over the cloudy day, and you all have a full rest.
Can I do a history check on what we all learned from Muriel last night? If anything.
You didn't fully dive into talk to her yet.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we had or not. Thank you.
The conversation you did have was she wants something in there, you want something in there.
Okay,
and
yeah. Perfect.
She never said what her something was.
I don't believe so. No.
So Muriel kind of gets up with the rest of you, and she kind of stretches, arches her back, bends a little to the left, bends a little to the right. So how do you all sleep?
Fine.
Good. I believe it's going to be a long day.
Tell us. You say you monitor this area. What can we expect today? Or what should we expect going forward?
We have... Maybe you guys know or don't know, but Papa Lysaga lives here. She is a dark witch that no one's quite sure where she came from up until this point. And Brezk itself, if you guys don't know, used to be a lively small little village, but about 100 or so years ago was flooded by Strahd, and then left for dead. Everyone left, and so now you have this swampy area. Besides that, that is what to expect. I'm sure Baba Lysaga is not alone in there. She has her witches, she has her undead and zombies. And then also there's nature itself.
Hey, meta question here. Like, which is it?
What?
Because, like, before it was Baba Yaska, now you're saying Baba Lysaga.
It's Baba Lysaga. Lysaga.
Okay, slowly say that.
So Baba, B-A-B-A.
Okay.
And then Lysaga, Lysaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. Sorry.
Can you tell us more about her pattern, her typical schedule? This time of day or throughout the day, so we, yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen her in many weeks. I rarely, if ever, go across the river by myself. The last time I tried was about 2 months ago. Went over with some friends, and we got separated. And I haven't seen or heard from the others yet. I came back here and kind of just been scoping just to see what I can see over there.
Okay.
What is Baba Lysaga? Is she a witch or a hag?
Haven't you been listening? She's a witch.
Well, that's what we've heard.
Correct. As Muriel looks at Sir Eldridge and kind of a clueless look at Lucan. To the best of our knowledge, she is a witch.
I look back at her and I go, he's a little slow.
Ah, thank you.
Should we go across the river and scout out the area? And
sounds like a good idea.
As you say that and you kind of like nod your head that direction, this is kind of the first time you see a full look at the river. You could always see across, but you never got like a full glimpse of it due to kind of arriving in the kind of early evening last night, and just with the surrounding area, that it's very quickly everything goes from land to water and vice versa. Now looking at the river, you realize that it's thousands of feet long, anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 feet in width. The current doesn't appear to be strong, rapids or anything, but it looks to have a good flow going towards it.
What did you say about the 1,000, 2,000 feet thing?
So at the closest point, the river seems to be about 1,000 feet wide. At the farthest point, could be about 2,000 feet.
And that's how far we swam across?
No, that's how far we need to get across.
Oh, I am so sorry. I misread something.
So it's not actually a river in front of us.
No, it's hundreds of feet. I accidentally added a 0.
Okay.
Anywhere it could be about 300 to about 500 feet across.
Meta, because we crossed it last night, correct?
No.
You crossed it farther upstream.
Yeah, we crossed
when
it,
it was
talked
a
to the
lot.
lady, and now we're crossing back.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
we basically crossed just to go
Talk
see,
to Muriel. Yeah.
well, 100 feet isn't very wide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you could easily throw a stone across it.
Yep.
I bet you couldn't.
I just was telling, just thought
Esmeralda, at the time Fury says that, comes up behind. I'll take that bet with him.
Shit!
Well, I don't really think it'd be smart to be throwing stones across the river in case of me.
Quit being a baby. Throw a stone.
How about I throw you?
I got 2 silvers. You can't.
I'm gonna pick Fury up and throw him in the river.
I'm obviously going to fight that, but
I look at Esmeralda and I say, a gold piece, he gets him in the river.
You're on.
Real quick before we, just I guess a meta, quick before we finish up with the betting stuff. I want to look at Muriel. Looking at Muriel, real quick once again, did you say where in Berez we can expect to find baby Lasagna? Baba Lasagna?
You can find her in the hut. Her hut. It's kind of this tree stump that sits in the middle of the town, of the village. You can't really miss it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I just have to make a strength check to throw Fury in the river?
Yeah, but you both make a strength check.
Or it would be athletic.
It's strength.
Okay.
Uh, 14.
What was that?
11.
So after the wrestling goes down for a little bit, Lucan's able to kind of like pin.
And as soon as he does that, I'm going to set myself on fire.
What are you doing to do that?
My alchemist flame, I'm just going to rub the oil on me and just spark.
You can't, like, we both made moves. You can't just, like, do that.
You're picking me up and you're trying to throw me in the water. That's my move.
I
While you're
did
picking
pick
me
you up in the water.
Last I heard, you pinned me to the ground.
I never said that. You guys were like wrestling, and he was able to like get a hold from behind.
And then what happened?
Well, I'm trying to figure this out because he just set himself on fire.
But after I throw him?
It's kind of at the same time as you're like getting ready to like, call him out.
Would he be
But
able
he would
to
have to spread
douse
oil
himself?
on himself in order for that to work.
Like, would he be able to put oil on himself as someone's trying to throw him?
True. Yeah, does seem kind of a lot to do. So
That set him on fire.
So Fury, you can pour oil on yourself or set yourself on fire, but you can't do both.
Wait, say that again. I can pour
So
oil
you can
on
like
myself
pour
set
oil
myself
on yourself, or or spark yourself without the oil, but you can't do both.
Okay, well, I'm just going to throw a spark right at Trevor's face then. Or Lucan's face, my bad.
But isn't that like giving him another attack, basically?
No, because you guys both did like a strength check.
Yeah, and which I won, so he should be in the water.
No,
you were
that's
able to
the
like
stronger
you were
than
able
me.
to like handle him and like get him under your like not control, but like get him under like in your arms to like go throw him in the water.
So I have to make 2 strength checks?
Well, I'm waiting for Fury's attack roll.
Which I said, I'm just going to spark and throw it at his face.
Right, you still need to roll attack.
Oh, I got what you're saying. Okay. Let me double checking what that is. Well, I rolled a 4, so 4 damage. Or do I got to do an attack roll first?
No, that was attack roll.
My attack roll is... Are you fucking kidding me? What are my rolls today? That's also a 4.
So that misses. Lucan is able to like pick you up above your head, above his head. You can't really kind of get to any attacks on him, and he kind of throws you into the water. Go ahead, Lucan. Give me another strength to see how far you go. How far he goes.
12.
You're able to get him about 5 feet into the water, but you still got him in the water.
Nice. That should teach you fury.
How strong did you
I
say this
hope
water?
I hope your soaking wet drawers remind you the rest of the day that I am not to be trifled with.
How strong did you say this water was?
It's not very strong. Like,
Oh, so I don't have a problem getting out.
no, not like 5 feet into it. No, but like if you get closer out to the middle of the river, yes, you will have more difficulty.
I don't say anything at all. I just get out of the water and walk away. Little pissy, but
Sorry, Sir Eldridge. What was your bet again?
That he'd get him in the water.
All right, so Esmeralda gives you the gold coin, but she's pretty happy to lose that one. Seeing Fury seeing Fury wet.
Thank you.
At that point, Esmeralda just starts walking into the water and starts swimming across.
As she's getting into the water, I start to go like, and then I just kind of sit back and watch her.
All right, so to cross. Ooh, shit. So to cross 3 Constitution saving throws.
It cost her 3 Constitution saving throws.
Yep, she had to do 3 Constitution saving throws. So she's able to. She starts to swim out, and then you start to notice as she gets about halfway through, she starts to drift downriver with the current.
Quick
Is she
question.
drifting fast?
Meta, why is she doing a Constitution saving throw?
Because she's like trying to swim across the current. She's like trying to go across, but she just doesn't have it. And so she ends up drifting down about 60 feet from where she was intended to land across the other side. But she makes it.
Will we all have to be doing this? Is it like just because of the current? Or because of her leg?
Correct.
Okay.
Nope. All of us.
How close was she to me?
I would say you guys were all within like 10 feet of each other on the shore.
Okay, so I have Aura of Protection. If you or a friendly within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, gain bonus to the saving throw, equal to my Charisma modifier.
Okay.
I don't know where to find that.
Your Charisma is... It's
plus
a
3.
main one, so it's +3, yeah.
Plus 3.
So it's a +3. She had a natural 1. +3 equals the 4. Plus another 3 for her save, which is a 7, and still doesn't do it.
Just thought I'd throw it out there.
Yep. However, she is not. She was. I wasn't going to say it, but she was across and exhausted. She's no longer exhausted. But she still drifted 60 feet downriver.
60 feet, like, isn't that far.
No, not at all.
I look at the group and I'm like, oh, well, that looks fine. And I start swimming.
All right, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving
Just
throw.
one?
Just one.
And the Aura of Protection applies to everybody within 10 feet of me.
21.
All right. So you're able to swim about halfway out to the river. You, so far, so good. Go ahead and give me a second one.
Dirty 20.
You're still doing pretty good. You're about 50 feet away from shore. Go ahead and give me your last one.
10.
So you as well start to drift down. You drifted down about 60 feet from your intended target across the river. Who is next?
So I'm with Esmeralda.
You are with Esmeralda, correct?
Okay.
And you, at this time, like you guys kind of just walk your way back up.
Yeah.
To where you intended to.
I say to the group, let's all go at the same time.
It's entirely up to you guys, but yeah. However, Nith, when you go, I'm going to make you do a disadvantage due to your heavy suit of armor.
Hey, can I like just let when I'm swimming across, never mind. So we just have to make 3 Constitution saving throws.
3 Constitution saving throws.
And what do we have to beat?
What?
What number do we have to get?
I'm not going to tell you.
A good number.
So what are we doing? Are we rolling as a group or rolling as like individuals?
Rolling individually.
Okay, I'll roll. 14.
But you do have a +3 on one of them.
Okay, 14, 11, and a 4.
So do you want to put a +3 on any of them?
Why
Yeah, I
is it
did.
for just one if we're all swimming at the same time? Because if it's for each like portion of the river, or like cutting into thirds, if we're all swimming at the same time, or I should say, like, I guess my thought of like if we're all going at the same time, like you would get that modifier for each reroll.
Okay, let's redo this. Sir Algis is over there. Okay, so for Mariel, Nith, Lucan, and Fury, you'll cross the river in 3 sections. For the first part, give me all your Constitution saving throws.
11, 14, and 3.
Nope, just one.
You said
for now.
1. Are you deaf?
Well,
You may have a 3 for right now on it.
well, my first one was 11, 3 was my last one, so I'd go 11 first.
Also, real quick meta question: what is since I'm rolling for a disadvantage for you said my heavy armor? What is the cutoff for your definition of heavy?
What do you mean?
Like, how many pounds are you designating?
It's not that. It's literally your dwarven plate is classified as heavy armor.
Oh, I see.
And that's why.
Okay.
Nice try, though.
I literally was looking up everybody's like armor weight to try to get out of it.
Nice try.
Yeah.
All right, so your first number, Fury, you're able to start swimming, and so far you're doing good. Lucan, go ahead and give me your second one, or your first roll.
Eldritch has heavy armor too.
What?
I said Eldritch has heavy armor too.
Does he really?
Yeah. Shit's unfair.
DM doesn't need to know that. It was the DM's mistake.
No, he has medium armor.
I do?
I see scale mail. Oh shit, no, that's Lucan. JK. Wrong person. Oh, how about that? Okay. So I'll let you do this. No, I'll let you do this.
That was such a rat move.
That was.
I'm just so upset about this.
I'm really sorry.
Because I'm gonna fucking sink.
That's fine. I part of me thought about saying something, and I'm like, no, it's Corey's fault for not remembering.
Well, no, I don't know what you started with. I only know Jacob because like he bought it.
I started with it.
Right.
Oh,
you started
you're
with
saying
it,
you don't
but,
know
like,
what? Okay, yep.
I knew he had it because
understand.
I argued with him to buy it.
Mhm.
So
Except,
you can.
you know, when I was
Across the
creating
river
this
already?
character, I specifically messaged you saying, "Hey, can I start with this armor?"
I don't remember that. Sorry. So you can go back and go with the group and roll with them.
Me?
Yep.
Oh hell no! I'm not going back.
Okay. Well, no, like hypothetically, we just rewind before you.
Oh hell no! It was your
I
mistake.
think he's already across the river.
I mean,
Yeah.
Fine.
it was
All
your
right,
reason
all right.
for
Well,
forgetting.
I'm just trying to help out Nith.
Like Nif
All right. So
can
Lucan,
roll with like half disadvantage or something. I don't know.
Lucan,
Yeah.
I'll give him disadvantage. I'll give you disadvantage, Nith, for your first 2 rolls.
I'll
First
take
one.
disadvantage for all 3. I don't care.
Okay.
I do care. I'm bitter.
Lucan, what was your roll for your first
11.
11? All right, so you make it out to the first third of the river. So far, so good.
Hey, wait. Don't I get advantage because I have like floaties?
You have floaties?
It's a lazy river.
Yeah, didn't you check my inventory?
I don't see floaties.
Yeah, I'm fucking kidding.
Oh.
I like to imagine that there are floaties in Barovia, though.
Nith,
I don't.
your first roll.
And what am I rolling one more time? What saving throw?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. And I'm doing with disadvantage.
With a disadvantage.
First one is 15.
All right, 15. You're able to make it out to the third. Mariel as well makes it out with you guys. Everyone, you still get for your second roll since you're going together close to Nith. You get another +3 towards this roll. So Fury, go ahead and go first.
13.
All right. Lucan?
18.
Okay. And then Nith
12.
and Mariel had 11. So again, you guys make it 2/3 of the way, all still together, doing just fine. Nith, let's go ahead and have you go first.
Nine.
9.
Yep.
So on this last third, you kind of start to get swept away, and you end up 60 feet downriver. So the rest of the group does not get the +3 for this last roll. So Fury, go ahead and go first.
3.
You as well start to drift. The current also takes you about 3 feet or 60 feet downriver.
Wait, so does he get the +3 then?
No.
As you're drifting with me.
Lucan?
2.
Just say.
You as well start to drift. However, Mariel was a strong swimmer through and through and is able to swim straight across. She had some experience and know how to navigate the river and know what effort to put in. So
Meta, I was a strong swimmer at one point.
okay.
I was the
Oh
strongest.
shit. Yeah. Okay, I get that. So you guys,
That was the next
I
joke.
had whether to make a joke about that, so it's funny that you did. Respect.
so as you guys make it to the other side, you're kind of behind these ruined walls of some abandoned cottages. There's a good cluster of them, and right beyond the other side is a stretch of a really old dirt road that still seems to be somewhat intact. So yeah, at this point you can't see anything else than the cottages kind of right in front of you. As you look
Is
up,
there like movement about?
not that you can see, no.
What? Where was the? So cottages are in front of us. Where did you say the other thing was?
The other thing,
Never mind. I thought I heard
like the hut.
Yeah. Unless you didn't say that. Never mind.
Hey, Muriel, can you can you tell us kind of the layout of these huts, or haven't you?
I've never been in them. Usually the goals that we have to do don't really bother them.
Can you estimate how many hostiles may be in the area?
I just kind of look at him and I go, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point, Hawk Solo comes swooping down and kind of flies. You don't see him until the fog here. It's a lot thicker, like lower up ahead or up above you, headwise. So it's not until he's about like 20 feet above you that's coming down that you notice him.
I'll have my hawk scouted out for us. And I'll cast Speak with Animals.
Hello, Master.
Hey, buddy. Can you fly up ahead just a little bit? Maybe perch on a tree and kind of observe this area of huts, and if you know how many people there might be living in this area. There's one really old lady in particular that we're looking for where her whereabouts would be. She should just be like a very old looking witch.
Of course, Master.
Thanks.
And he kind of takes off. As he takes off, he raises about 10-20 feet into the air, and then he kind of disappears. Time goes on. As that's happening, is there anything else you guys want to do?
Nope.
I want to smear mud on my face
All right. So it's
to help camouflage myself.
So it's pretty easy to get mud. Like the whole entire ground is muddy, obviously. So you kind of grab a handful from the ground and you just 3 stripes across your face, kind of looking like Dutch from the Terminator.
Commando.
Yeah. Just FYI, the ground here is super like it's pretty like a bog. So, constantly since you've gotten out of the river, you're anywhere from about ankle deep water / mud to about half shin high mud.
I'm just gonna like hunker down that and wait for.
Every time you walk through, your feet seem to suction a little, especially the deeper you go. So just FYI.
Do we have limited movement?
You do have limited movement.
What does the suctioning sound like?
like you're in mud. Deep mud. So after about 5 or 10 minutes, Hawk Solo comes back. Again, just comes out of nowhere. You're not expecting him. And he, like, just into the mud.
What did you see, my friend?
Not much. There are 6 human figures I saw throughout the whole entire property. They did not seem to be moving.
Did you see anyone that maybe the old witch that we were looking for?
There is a hut kind of in the middle, west of here, but I didn't see any other humanoid moving. There were a bunch of crows in a cage, also connected to the hut.
And this is that central hut?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Solo. I'm gonna pat him on the head and tell him to fly off. So, guys, Solo just told me that there's he's seen 6 people in the encampment. They weren't really moving, and there was one hut in the center of the village area, and there was a cage attached to it with a bunch of locked up crows. I'm guessing. Oh
no, go ahead.
I'm guessing the middle one is. I'm guessing the middle one is Baba Yas or Baba Lysiga. I'm guessing that's her hut. I think if we mount an assault, we should go for the middle hut.
Did he see any other enemies, any other foes?
Well, there was 6 other humanoids in the area, but he said they weren't moving at all.
Okay.
I'm real worried about just charging straight in there. Maybe we should, either try to sneak, or I honestly don't have any other plans other than sneaking and avoiding charging straight head first in there.
I would agree. I think we should at least figure out why the humanoids are not moving. Sprinting.
Well, I think if we take them on first, then we lose the element of surprise. Whereas if we could sneak past them, maybe we could capture or take out Baba Lysiga.
Exactly.
And then the other one would be at our mercy.
How do you plan on sneaking by?
Well, Fury, I suggest you put some mud on your purple face, and you get down really low, and you stay quiet.
I look right at him, and I say, now is not the time for a mud facial. And I snap my fingers.
Did Hawk Solo say the humanoids were standing up and not moving, or are they laying down and sleeping by chance?
He didn't say. I assume maybe they were sitting outside of their huts, just not moving.
Okay.
I didn't take it as a motionless type thing. I thought we were just there wasn't much activity going on. I think that he didn't give any impressions that they were dead or anything.
Yeah. Well,
I think he just meant that they were like not stirring about.
yeah. Well, and I wasn't saying dead, but if they're like sleeping, but if they could be sitting. But either way, they're not on patrol, so it makes
Right.
it a little easier to sneak around them since they're not patrolling. Probably not patrolling. You know for sure.
Well, I think we can maybe like split in half or something, and maybe like some of us that are better at sneaking can make a charge for can try and sneak up to the middle hut, and the others can like stay on the perimeter and be ready for if shit starts to go down, they can like come and surprise them.
Yeah, I'll stay on the perimeter. Would it work to, the ones who are better at sneaking and try to maybe like flank around like these cottages here, like go up the river a little bit more, and so that way, if shit does hit the fan, we can kind of attack from both sides. Because if you flank them and are approaching, then the humanoids would be like, oh, like here, and then myself and whoever else could come from behind.
Yeah, yep, that sounds like a good idea. Who wants to come with me to sneak up to the central hut?
Let's do it.
So me, Fury, Muriel, or which one of Muriel or Esmeralda? Which one of you guys wants to come with us?
Esmeralda chimes in and goes, "I'll go with you." And Muriel, I'll go with the other group.
Is Mira
Alright,
wearing heavy armor?
No, she's wearing kind of like a tan hide armor.
Okay,
A lot lighter.
I lean over to Eldritch and whisper, I assume Muriel will be a complete liability.
I don't know. Or she might lead us to some treasure.
Hey, before we leave, I'm gonna whisper to Nith, like, hey, you should find out what she's after.
I'll try.
Make sure it's not the same thing we're after, or we may end up fighting two battles.
If it is that, I think the 5 versus 1 will be okay.
I hope so, but let's just stay on our toes.
Yep.
Okay, and then with that, I'm gonna like motion to the Fury and Esmeralda, like let's start like working our way around to the other side and start
Alright.
making our way towards the.
So, are you heading south upriver or north downriver?
Are we not already? Sorry, are we? Where are we at compared to this place? Are we then north of it, like upriver of it?
I would say of the town in general, you're kind of on the southeast side of it, for the most part.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll go north.
All right. And then the other group will obviously apparently go southwest, going upstream on the river.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So we will go with the group that starts heading north first. So that is Lucan, Esmeralda, and Fury. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. So as you guys start wandering northwards, kind of making your way around the cottages, the north side, you're having some difficulty trudging through the mud. Occasionally, it kind of gets up to about knee deep or so, and then it'll kind of start to even out again and go back down to ankle heights, until you get to this one part where you can kind of see the road just to the left of you as you're following the river, and then it kind of just disappears. If you, so yeah. At this point, you're kind of. It appears to be on kind of the north edge of the cottages. But I would say you can't see more than like 200 feet around in all directions. What would you like to do?
So what? And we can't. Why? Sorry, why? Let me see.
I'm sorry, what?
Why can't we see?
Just because there's just a mist.
Okay.
Not a mist. I'm sorry. There's just this swampy fog.
Okay.
In the area that you can't see more than like 200
Can we
feet.
see any? Can we see any people? Like any humans?
No, you don't see any odd shapes in the shadows or in the fog. No.
Okay. Can I see what? Can I see like what might be the central hut?
You cannot. You kind of look towards that direction, and it is farther than what your eye can currently see.
Okay, I'm gonna start like bear crawling towards it,
Towards what?
towards the center of the village.
All right, so you start to head a little more westward. At this time, you seem to be entering kind of a pool, and the water seems to start to go deeper and deeper. Esmeralda is not bear crawling at all. It's really right now just, I'm assuming it's you on your stomach crawling first in the group, and the other two behind you just walking slowly. Kind of keep an eye out. But as you enter this pool, the water starts going up and up and up, and as you are on your stomach, your head is starting to submerge.
Okay, I'm gonna like just try and go like keeping my head above the like, eyes and nose above the water.
All right. So as you move more and more in that direction, at this point, to the other two behind you, to Fury and Esmeralda, it seems to be about chest high water.
In the middle of the village?
Not in the middle. You're not quite there to the middle of the village. You're making your way towards the middle. But to do so, you're like making your way through this pond. I need you all to make a perception.
I got a 16.
All right.
Dirty 20.
All right.
This is perception, correct?
Nope.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
This group. Yep, you're not in this group. Sorry. And then Esmeralda got a 20. No, 22. What is the marching order? I'm assuming it's Lucan first, but then Fury, are you ahead of Esmeralda?
I'm behind Esmeralda.
You're behind Esmeralda. Okay. So as you guys are walking through, at this time, Esmeralda turns around and just socks you right in the nose. Don't fucking touch me.
When the fuck did I touch your dirty ass?
Just now. You're touching my feet. I can feel you.
Bitch, you're going crazy.
At this point, Lucan, as you turn around, behind Fury, you see this scaly figure kind of like come up a little bit, breach the water, and then go back down.
Guys, there's something in the water.
Yeah, some ugly old hat standing in front of me.
No, like seriously, there's something.
At this point, as you guys are talking, a snake comes wrapping around, shooting out of the water, wrapping around Esmeralda, super fast, submerges her under the water. Silent.
Can I look for bubbles?
Go ahead and make a perception. 18. So there's a bubble. There's a bubble trail kind of moving, kind of away from you, but at the same time, out of the corner of your eye, there's another bubble trail heading towards you. At this time, a giant snake comes barreling out of the water. Go ahead and make take an initiative.
Oh,
13.
I have a 10. As the snake comes out, do we see Esmeralda? Or is it just a snake right now?
Just the snake.
So is there multiple snakes, or do we not know that?
There's multiple snakes.
So what was the initiative?
Oh, mine was a 10.
10. Lucan, was yours?
13.
And with that, we will pause and go to the other group. So we're rewinding a little bit back to the other group. The last thing you saw was the group heading north, and they kind of make their way 200-300 feet downriver, and they kind of just slowly evaporate into the fog. And we were now with Nif, Sir Eldridge, and Mariel.
Yeah, they're gonna die. I say as they slowly disappear.
So where are we going?
Let's go southwest to the around these cottages to see a better look into the village or whatever ruins.
Sure. So go ahead and give me your marching order.
I'm going last.
All right.
I guess that means I can't go last. I will go be first then.
All right. And then obviously Mariel then is between you guys. You guys start following, I'm assuming, the wall of the cottages, heading southwest, and then as it starts to round, you start to head a little farther to more west direction now, following the wall.
And I also drift back a little bit from them, just trying to minimize the effect of my lack of stealth.
I mean, I guess I can't really do that since I'm in the lead.
So you guys are stealthing?
Yes.
Go ahead and make a stealth roll then.
14.
6.
You guys aren't stealthing too good. With every step you take, especially with Nith, your weight is just dragging your feet into this mud, and it's creating this large suction. Every step you take is exhausting. You have to use a lot of body force to pull your weight out, and it's just a constant. With
How
all
tall
of you,
are how tall are the walls of the cottages next to us?
the walls are probably about. It changes from time to time. Occasionally, there'll be kind of a portion missing, and it'll go down to like 3 feet. But I would say it's about 5 to 7 feet average wise between that range.
If I peek then to the other side of the wall, is the terrain just as swampy, just as muddy?
Correct. As you peek over, it's pretty standard throughout the whole entire area.
Okay.
As you guys continue to trudge your way towards the west following this wall, you start to notice about 200 feet out, you see this humanoid figure in the fog. It's standing straight up, arms are kind of poised in a way, kind of stretched out, but no movement comes from it.
How are they stretched out?
Kind of like a crucifix, I guess, in a way.
Okay.
You can't see too much detail, so that's, I guess, all it looks like from where you are.
Okay.
And it's just holding this pose?
Just holding the pose, yep. The figure looks to be a lot taller than the rest of you, by the way. Even for the size of Nith, this still looks to... he would have a foot or two towering over Nith.
Okay. I say to the group, I don't know, or I would say let's just proceed with caution, but I'm wondering if it's not real, like if it's a mannequin just based on the fact that its arms are like held out and it's not moving.
I wonder if it's a warning of trespassers. And those were people that they have caught trespassing.
As you give this idea out, Mariel looks terrified at the possibility that you could walk a few 100 feet and see one of her former friends or party mates.
I look back at her and I go, what do you think was going to happen to them?
I don't know. I never put too much thought into it.
Well, we'll just assume that that's not the case.
Okay, let's keep going. And you guys continue to march forward. Again, this figure seems to just get taller and taller as your perspective of it gets closer and closer. And then when you're about... Go ahead.
No, I think you're going to answer my question.
How tall?
Yeah.
It's the top of the head from where you are. It appears to be about 8 feet above the ground. However, as you get closer, you do realize that the figure body itself seems to be about 5.5 feet tall, and it seems to be standing on some kind of pillar into the ground. At this time, you kind of see a little more detail. It kind of has a stitched face to it with a huge, scary smile on it. Its arms are kind of like in a position to scare.
Okay.
The figure seems to have a hood over its face, and the body seems to be ballooned a little bit.
Like bloated.
Oh yeah, bloated. Sorry. So that's about 100 feet out. That's about the details you can see.
And it's still not moving.
Still not moving.
Arms are up in the air, or like not by its side, right?
Nope. Yep. Arms are up in the air, kind of like a scary motion. If that helps describe it. I like it makes sense in my head as I'm like literally doing it right now, but like it's hard to describe. Let Muriel chimes in. Let's go back. I don't feel comfortable here. I don't want to go. And she starts to like turn around.
Muriel, why don't you wait right here? Just stay here. We'll move forward, and then if it's safe, we'll motion you to join us.
I don't want to be here. I don't trust you guys. I don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead and make a persuasive check. Or persuasion.
25.
You say that as if like, does that
shit.
work?
Wait, yeah, 25. Yep.
As you told her though to like just wait and let us go ahead, it did kind of settle her a little bit, and she kind of settles down a little bit. Oh, okay, I'll wait here. You guys go.
Muriel, if like I said, we'll motion you if it's safe. But you've been very helpful. If you do run off, you said there was a item of value in here that you wanted. If you end up running off, we could potentially grab it for you. Since I know you're uncomfortable. But we're gonna trek for. So if you could tell me what it is, again, we could potentially grab it for you if you decide to run off.
I really appreciate the help, but we just met, and I don't think I can. I'm sorry, but
I like grab her hand, like I'm calming her, and I look her in the eyes, and I just say, it's okay, you can trust us. And I try to persuade her.
Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion.
Can I help him?
Go for it.
18.
19.
Alright. So she, at this sign of affection, it calms her pretty well. As Sir Eldridge kind of takes the hand, giving the kind of rubbing the shoulder, giving her a calming effect. Nith is behind, kind of giving this smile.
Back massage.
Not. Yeah, Nith
brushing her hair out of her face behind her ear.
Nith like just trying to relax her. Yep, big meaty claws start.
I'm getting whole rapey vibe going on right now.
Getting kind of digging in a little bit. It's really relaxing her. Okay. It's a gym. I am friends with the vineyard, and a few months back they stole a gem, and I've been trying to work and get it.
Good to know. Hopefully you join us so you can take it yourself, but like I said, if you run off, we will look for it for you.
I should be with you guys. I feel like I brought you into this place. I should I should continue to see it through. Thank you for that comfort, and let's start going again. So as you guys continue to walk along the wall, sorry, what was that? No one said anything. All right. As you guys continue, you guys get about 50 feet out, and the figure up on the stilt is only a scarecrow.
Meta,
Stuff.
you kept saying like scary face, like to scare things. And that's why I was wondering if it was, but I was like, that sounds stupid.
Sorry.
Not your fault.
And now that you're like within really close distance and can kind of see the details, it. Pull up a picture so I can describe it. It kind of has this jack-o'-lantern face to it. Slit eyes going up and down. It doesn't appear to have too much life inside of it. The hood seems to be this softer tan color that comes to a point, and then the body itself seems to be stuffed with about hay or some sort. To the point that it almost appears overstuffed. And it just standing there, no movement. Occasionally the straw that is sticking out goes with the wind as it's being blown. And we will get back to the other group. So leaping out of the water was this ginormous...
Oh, did he cut off?
It's going to use fight.
Buddy.
It strikes first at Fury.
Okay, start over. You just came back. You cut out for like 10 seconds.
Sorry. This...
Start from the beginning, from when you came to us. That's where you cut out.
Okay. This giant poisonous snake comes bursting out of the water. Stands about 7 feet tall above this water, eyeing both Lucan and Fury. Esmeralda is nowhere to be seen at this point, and it takes its first strike immediately at Fury with a 20 to hit.
Well, that's gonna hit.
It does 7 points of piercing damage. And I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. Okay. My Constitution saving throw is a 16.
16 will do it.
How many points of damage did you say? 7?
So it did 7, and then it does another 7 poisonous damage.
Okay.
It was halved. You successfully made the Constitution saving throw, so it was halved the poison damage.
Okay, with that, I'm going to respond with Hellish Rebuke. So what that's going to do is, all right, 2d10 is going to be 18 points of damage. I'll take that.
To the snake?
Yep. You point your gun at the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature, well, I guess it makes a dexterity saving throw first.
Ooh. Natural 20.
Okay, well, it takes half as much then, so it takes 9.
All right. And you said flames?
Yep. It takes 2d10 fire damage.
So the flames burst into the snake, and the snake is obviously agitated by this, and it starts squirming around. At this point, another snake comes bursting out, As you see the snake behind you burst out, this is the one obviously that holds Esmeralda constricted.
And is she out of the water?
She is out of the water. You see her gasping for air, but at the same time trying to hold the snake off of her throat from pinching it closed. Lucan, it is your move.
So these are like poisonous constrictors.
Giant poisonous snakes, to be exact.
Okay.
What kind of snake?
I'm going to.
A giant poisonous snake is what it is.
How far is the one from that has Esmeralda from me?
10 feet.
Okay. I'm going to attack it with my short swords. I'm actually okay. First, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark,
All right.
and then I'm going to attack it with my short swords.
Got it. Go ahead and roll attack.
15 to hit.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Uh, 17.
Points of damage.
Right.
So you trudge through the deep water, and with the short sword, what do you try? Like, how do you want to do it?
Like I'm killing it.
You're killing it.
I like want to go for its head and just like take both of them and go like Anakin Skywalker style, like chop its head off.
Mm-hmm. So the part of the body that's coiled around Esmeralda is kind of giving you a stepping stone. You trudge through the water, through the chest-deep water at the snake. You're able to get a foot up on the snake, about chest high on Esmeralda, or about the part of the snake that's wrapped around Esmeralda's height. From there, you leap into the air, both swords, arms crossed, coming across the snake as it's striking you, cutting its head off. Immediately, the body loosens up. Esmeralda's back. However, at the exact same time, a third snake pops up out of the water. Kind of, Fury's facing the opposite direction of where this last snake was. Fury now has a snake kind of in front of it, and then just to his left, or just to his right, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. Now it's Esmeralda's chance. And she was prone. So when the snake released her, she kind of went back underwater, but she uses her full movement to get back out of the water. And she is going to use Firebolt cantrip as her spell. Uh, 18 definitely hits, and she does 2d10. For a total of 9 points of damage to this. She is attacking the snake that's already been out, that Fury did damage to. And she as well, after the firebolt and the damage that Fury did, hits a fireball right into the head and blows its head off. Second snake is down. Fury, it's your turn.
Okay. I don't really have too much to go for this. There's only one left now. Right?
Yep.
Well, I might as well just go in with my dagger and long sword. Let me do the attack one is a 22.
It's
Okay, and with the dagger, it is going to be a 5. And with the long sword, it's going to be a 6, so 11 points of damage.
how do you want to do this?
I'm going to very dramatically kind of jump up what little bit I can, and with the dagger, stab it right in, I guess, the torso, I guess you could kind of call it, like the part that's up, and just kind of drag that down, and then reach in with my sword and just take a big, deep stab inside of it.
Okay. So as you two find a footing against the body and jump up, and you're able to get it both your knife and your sword. Knife kind of stabbing into the body of the snake, whereas on your sword just above the dagger completely goes through, and you kind of like start sliding down the stomach, righting it. The dagger's just ripping it open as your body weight takes it down. Guts kind of are spewing out. There's a few bodies also falling out. Only one really falls out, but it seems to be at this point so decomposed that you can't even tell what it was, whether it was a human or a large mammal. Once your feet hit back into the water, the snake falls back dead.
Is there anything to loot from the bodies that fell out?
I guess there's poisonous
pretty much decomposed.
things.
Okay, why not?
And I guess you can also take you can also possibly probably milk the if you guys had flasks, any of you had flasks, you can milk the snakes for poison. And then snake meat if you'd want, but that's not it.
Yeah, I'll take some meat.
You'll take some meat, so yeah, you chop off some good portions. How much do you want?
Like, I don't know, not too much, just like enough to, like, I'm thinking of like basically like treats for like solo.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, actually, like I'll take some like good steaks, some like good snake steaks. Like,
go ahead and make a survival check.
Meta, have you ever actually like seen steak meat?
It's pretty tough, I know that.
You don't get
meat?
steaks out of it. But
well, it's
continue.
like well, this is like a big snake, so I'm assuming there probably is.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever ate like an anaconda before?
I mean, like this. Yeah, this snake is probably the size of an anaconda.
Go for it.
Like, there's probably some snake steaks on that baby. Uh, 16.
Oh, it's garbage disposal.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
So you're able to skin it, clean it, remove the any venomous sacs that may have protruded into this meat, and you're able to get about a foot of clean meat.
Why would there be venom in just like the body meat?
I don't know, because it's poisonous snakes, and the venomous sacs run differently in D&D 5e. That's why.
Oh, they're not just in the head area.
No. What, you think this is real life? Welcome to roleplay, bitch.
Did Esmeralda take any damage during this whole process?
She did not. She did not.
Okay. Well,
That's good.
I'm going to heal myself using, what did I take? 14 points of damage. I'm going to do Cure Wounds on myself. And that's going to give me 8 points of healing.
All right. 3 points of healing to you. And we will go back to the other group.
Hey,
Oh,
wait! Can you wait for a second?
Sure.
I don't have a vial, but I have a water skin. Can I fill that up with venom?
Oh,
Sure. Go ahead and give me a animal handling.
14.
It's tricky. You've kind of seen it happen before, but you didn't get a close look to it.
I'm going AFK.
How, describe the process.
Okay, well, so what I'm going to do is, this is kind of like a tedious, but I have a pot. So I'm going to take some of the snake's skin, stretch it over the pot, then take the snake's head and make it bite down on the skin so that the venom goes into the pot, and then I'm going to put the venom from the pot into my water skin.
Okay.
And then I'm going to rinse out my pot.
All right. You do so. How big is this pot?
I don't know. It just says pot.
It just says pot.
Yeah.
And we know it's like a pot and not like the marijuana plant pot?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's iron.
Oh, okay.
Actually, pause.
I'm gonna say it's like a cauldron pot. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, no, I think it's just like a small cooking pot.
Yeah, that's right. I think due to the skin can't stretch over it that much.
The snake skin
The
can't?
snake skin, yeah.
Why?
I think it's a big pot. Like, not a large pot, but like it's bigger than the snake skin. Like, all spread out.
Well, I could take like as big of a section of the skin as I need, though.
But you can only get only as wide as the circumference of the snake.
Yeah, but that's probably pretty big.
I mean, I say no
Because
more.
if you flatten it out, like if you flatten the snake skin out, it would be pretty wide.
Fine, okay.
I'm back.
So you do so, and you're able to fill up. You're able to get about enough poison to fill up your water skin about a quarter of the way.
Okay.
So, make the notes that you need to make. And now we'll go back to the other group. So last thing you saw was the scarecrow. What do you guys want to do?
See, I told you guys it was just, a fake that stuffed person thing. Shall we continue?
Yes.
I need you all three. So I'll do Mariel, but I need you guys to make a perception.
I don't like this one bit.
14.
All right.
What is my perception? Oh, I've rolled this before. 21.
Right. So you guys kind of hear off in the distance, just meh, meh,
Like a sheep?
meh.
Sorry, my headphones died. Can you repeat what you just said after we rolled?
You just hear off in the distance, coming more from the west, just meh, 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 meh.
Can I identify what animal that's coming from?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
$15.
It's a goat. You're able to figure it out.
How old's the goat?
You're not able to figure that much. You just
Do I know the goat's sex?
You know it's multiple goats, by the way.
Oh, it's multiple goats.
It's multiple goats. You know it's a goat and not sheep, but besides that, that's all
Do
you
the
know.
goats sound distressed?
Not too much.
It's just normal, happy goat.
You wouldn't know that much what a happy goat is.
But I can tell that it's not a sad goat.
Correct. I'll give you that.
I think we should just continue going our direction.
So at this point, kind of right at the scarecrow, the wall of the village, the wall of the cottages that you've been following, starts to curve and then go northward. The sounds of the goats are still coming from the west, directly in front of you, but
Do the sounds seem to be getting louder at all?
you can kind of see some about 150 feet away. You see some erection of a structure, and it kind of seems to like fit the distance of the goats. But other than that, you can't see too much that direction. Where do you guys go?
Meta, just to clarify, so we've walked southward along the cottages and we started to curve around.
So
And then-
yeah, the cottages kind of started to curve around a little more now toward the north,
Okay.
and then you kind of have this opening of area that you can't see much between the cottages and the structure still to the west, where you hear the
Okay.
goats coming from.
I look at the group and I quietly ask, where should we be going now? Continue the cottage?
I would say yes, just because that's where the rest of the group expects us to go. I'm really curious and want to investigate the goats, but for the sake of the mission, I think we should continue towards the middle.
Okay, I agree. And I start, again, heading towards, or following the curvature of the hut.
All right. As you do so, you walk about another about 100 feet along the path, and you start to see about kind of now 150 feet away, you start to see another figure, much like the one you've already seen. If you were to guess, it looks like a scarecrow.
Okay.
Off to your kind of left.
How far is it?
About 150 feet away.
From here, I would like to try to investigate to confirm, is it actually a scarecrow or is it something else?
Go ahead and make an investigation.
Yeah, I don't see shit. Investigation was an 11.
So, you pretty sure it's a scarecrow?
Okay. I continue following the hut.
Cottages.
Hut.
Hut.
I'm assuming it was just tomato, or, you know.
Okay, sure.
I continue off doing what I'm doing.
Sure, yeah. So at this point, you start to enter into some deeper water. As you continue to make your way along this wall, the water starts to become, as you continue forward, about waist deep. I need you to make a...
There isn't. Oh,
Nope.
you're
JK,
getting there.
JK. Nope, JK.
Okay, as
So
we're like,
start... Yep, good.
I was gonna say, as we're getting into the water. No, never mind.
So at this point, you start to get a... And kind of coming out, just to the right is kind of like a street, what appeared to be kind of a road up the center of some cottages, comes this large swarm of insects.
Can I identify the insect?
Go ahead and make a nature.
Uh, 22.
It's some sort of fly.
Are they man-eating flies?
Well, it's funny that you say that. As the swarm, they start turning towards you. And they start swarming all around you. And yes, they start biting you. And
Does it hurt?
so what's your armor class?
With or without my shield? 16.
Without the shield.
16.
Okay, good. So they use bite, and they do it with a 17. And then they do...
Then I equip my shield right away.
Your shield has no effect on them, because it's a bunch of small insects all around you.
I mean, it doesn't specify that in my shield. It just says I add 2 armor class. It doesn't say that it doesn't, it won't be, it doesn't count if I'm being attacked by bugs.
Is there mosquito netting on the backside?
Let's see.
Hell yeah!
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is. I mean, come on, like, Sir Eldridge knows his shit. He ain't gonna fuck with bugs.
10 points of damage is done to you.
Is that out of spite, or is that
No.
the actual amount?
That's the actual amount. It was 4d4, and so 3, 4, 2, and 1.
And we're in muddy water, or just water?
You're in waist deep water.
Like, clear water?
Green. You cannot see your feet.
Okay, but is it like muddy, or is it just dirty?
It's kind of a dirty green tinge to it.
That still doesn't help me.
Yes. Okay. Fine. You cannot. It's pretty dirty.
No. Is it like? Is it thick?
Thick?
Thick.
Thick. You're saying thick.
Yes.
Uh,
Like your thighs.
No, it's water.
Okay. Okay. So it is water.
Yes, okay. Yes, it is water. Now I see what you were trying to get to. No, it's at this point clearly water.
Okay.
I need you to go ahead and roll initiative.
11.
That's okay, they rolled a 2.
Are they just attacking me or all of us?
Nope, just you right now because it's one swarm. But they are kind of watching. At least Mariel is watching this. I don't know what Nif is doing at this point.
I guess also just watching.
Okay. So, Sir Eldridge, it's your move. What would you like to do?
I use evasive footwork, and I just kind of dance around trying to avoid them.
They kind of follow you step by step because since you're in like waist deep water, you move pretty slow, and they're able to kind of keep on you pretty quick. And they go ahead and attack again.
Okay, well my armor class is now 20.
Okay, with a 16. So at this point, you're not really using your shield as like on your arm. You're more taking it with two hands and just like swatting
Oh wait, I
at
get
the
my
air.
shield now too?
Well, I think, how else
Then
did
my armor class is 22.
Wait, how did your armor class get to 20?
With evasive footwork.
Oh, okay. Sure, whatever. So at this point, with your evasive footwork,
I'm dancing around with my shield, like whipping it around.
like trying to use it as a fly swatter. Just woof.
Every once in a while, I just splash it on the water. Water sprays all over the place.
Exactly. I mean, this is as graceful as you try to be. This is nowhere near as graceful.
And I'm still trying to be stealthy as well.
I guess. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
$18!
Yep. So occasionally, like the shield will like splash face first on the water, and it'll make this loud splash slap sound. But nothing happens too much. Mariel kind of chimes in and goes, "Try running in circles. I heard they don't like circles." Nith, anything you would like to do?
I've heard figure eights.
Figure eight? Ooh, that's a good one.
I guess it's back to my turn.
Yes it is.
I take in a big breath, like, I'm trying to hold my breath, like, because, you know, obviously I've had swimming training.
Sure.
So I as I'm dancing around, I'm trying to, like, get myself, to hold my breath for a long time. And I just hold my breath and I plop right under the water.
You kind of take your shield in, and you go, and underneath, the swarm immediately starts moving towards Mariel and Nith.
Meta, maybe I missed it. How piss off us?
You didn't do anything. They just like came out of nowhere and just started attacking you.
Okay.
Mariel has an 18. And she kind of, for her motion, she kind of does the same thing. holds her breath and quickly and splashes down underwater. Nith.
What am I rolling for? Sorry.
Initiative.
14.
14 beats them. What would you like to do? The swarm, everyone else kind of submerged themselves underwater. The swarm of flies are kind of coming at you right now.
Yeah, I'll also go underwater.
You again hold your breath and huge splash to your sized body. I need you all, both Sir Eldridge and Nith, to make a Constitution saving throw.
He also gets a +3 since he's within 10 feet.
With what? Okay.
Is that still going on?
That just is a thing I always have.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I have
15.
a 23.
You guys are able to hold. You guys are able to hold your breath just fine. Mariel, on the other hand, if you guys were opening your here, and she comes shooting up to take a deep breath of air. And as she's out, the swarm immediately attacks her.
Does she inhale the?
No, she wasn't quite like that, but they are able to do damage on her. And they do... uh, 9 points of damage to her. And then as soon as that happens, she holds her breath again and goes back down. I need you all to make another Constitution saving throw.
Wait, I don't get a turn to do anything under the water?
If you'd like, yeah, sure.
When I was above water, what do I remember, like, seeing? As in, like, closest to shore, closest to, like, reeds or cover? Because I'm imagining that this is kind of like, we're in the middle of open water. I want to try to...
Not too much. I mean, I would say at this point,
Okay, then
like,
I grab
maybe
mud
out
at the
water.
bottom of the water and I start smearing it all over my face.
Okay.
And like smearing it all over.
All right. So you smear it all over your face. I'll let you do more if you'd like. Kind of want to see where this goes.
I just, since, you know, my body's underwater, I'm just grabbing it and smearing it.
Okay.
And unless you want me to, you know, do... yeah, okay, fine. Then, after I'm done smearing, I pop above water to see if they're attracted to me with all this mud and shit.
Yep. They immediately start going towards you.
I go down.
Okay. Nith, is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, I want to try to run into one of the cottages. Like, well, I guess before we were in this situation, when I looked on the other side of the fence to see what the train was like.
Sure.
Could I tell if the cottages were still intact and would protect me from these flies, or are they just
They there's no doorways that's enclosing them. Some of them didn't even have roofs.
Okay.
I mean, they were ruins.
How far was the structure to? I think you said our left.
So your structure to the left, you kind of passed it already.
Okay.
It's probably 300 feet back, and then if you immediately turn around towards that direction, it's going to be about 300 feet back into the fog, and then probably a little to the right.
And could we tell if that was? Could we tell the? I guess more or less if that was also rubble or if that was in an enclosed structure before. And if we couldn't tell, that's fine too.
There was some rubble, but there seemed to be like some erected structure that's a little newer. But besides that, you didn't get too close that you could see it too much.
Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna pop up and use my breath weapon against the swarm. My fire breath. So they have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 10.
They fail, and they take 11 points of damage.
You take about half of the swarm out from your breath weapon. You pop up and half of the flies just drop dead, burnt to a crisp.
Okay. And then I will pop back down into the water.
Alright. I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
$21.
That is 12 for Muriel.
And a 13 for Nith.
Okay, so you're all able to hold your breath. Now we're back top of the order. Lucan, what would you like to do? Or not Lucan. Sir Eldridge, sorry.
I honestly have nothing. I'm gonna sit under the water
Alright.
until they're gone.
Mariel does the exact same... No, hold on.
Meta, I literally have no range, like, generalized weapon magic. All of it's like swords and shit. I am completely useless at this point.
No, I get it. Mariel pulls out her short sword. And she pops out of the water, like Predator coming out of the water, pulls out the short sword. She attacks. She starts swatting at them. 9 points of damage, cut in half due to the swarm for 3 points. Or 4 points. And then after that, she submerges again for safety. Nith, what would you like to do?
I will also do attack with great sword.
All right.
18.
That hits.
25
points of damage.
Yep.
All right. Cut in half. So you pop out, waving this huge sword. Kind of use it more as a slice water than a sword, but you're able, even with the swarm tactic, you're able to like swat all of them and take them all out. The swarm is all drowned and burnt and dead. Safe for you guys to come out of the water. And we will pause there and go back to the other group. So, Fury, Lucan, and Esmeralda, what would you like to do?
So we just killed the snakes, right?
You killed snakes, you just milked it for venom.
Okay. Um, I think we should stealthily keep moving towards the center.
Yeah, I'd say keep moving.
All right, so you start heading westward. What you think?
Stealthily.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
30-20.
I rolled a 19.
A what?
19. 1-9.
19. All right, and Esmeralda got 17. So you guys are good. Occasionally you'll have a suction sound coming, but it doesn't stir any other motion. As you guys start to come out of this water, that was kind of chest deep. You as well, kind of 200 feet out, a little off to your left, you see a figure standing on taller on a kind of a pedestal.
On a pedestal?
Yep.
Doing anything?
Nope, not moving.
Hmm.
The posture is like straight up and down, arms by its side, straight legs, straight arms.
How much cover do we have?
I would say as you start moving out of the water, you're half cover, waist deep water.
Okay. Well, if it's waist deep, we could get full cover. And
You could duck down, yes, and get full, yes.
I want to do that.
All
and
right.
then keep making my way as close as I can to it and see like till I can tell for sure like what it is.
I'm
so
going to
you
hold
walk.
back and let Lucan do this by himself.
All right, Esmeralda will stay back as well. You walk 10 feet, and you're actually by this time out of the water.
Okay. So it slowly starts to like come up,
What?
like the ground. Like
Yes, correct. Yep.
Okay, well, as the water gets shallower, I want to like start to like bear crawl.
All right, you start bear crawling. The grass is... Sometimes you can find a portion of grass that's pretty tall. You can hide behind your full body. Other times, it seems to be in the open. But you slowly make your way closer and closer, and sure enough, the figure continues not to move. As you get within about 50 feet away, you notice the pedestal is more of a big block of wood, and it's about 4 feet tall, and then standing on top of that seems to be what appears to be the back of some sort of scarecrow, facing the other direction.
I'm gonna just raise one arm and like motion forward, like we could like the other two.
Alright.
I start going.
And then Esmeralda will follow. As you guys continue to make your westward direction, you kind of sort of come upon this other puddle of water, and it starts to submerge. You start to submerge again. At this point, if you continue, probably the deepest portion of this area is about like waist deep.
Okay, I want to go back down to full cover again.
All right. You go back to full cover, just your eyes above the water. Occasionally, you bring in your nose out. Just take a breath, and then you submerge again, blowing bubbles, exhaling underwater, blowing bubbles.
I know a clown named Bubbles.
Fury, Esmeralda, she's not doing quite the same as Lucan, but she kind of hunches down in the water, trying to use it as some cover. What are you doing?
I'm about like to my chin or so, just walking.
Okay. I need you all to make a perception.
11.
All groups, both groups. By the way.
11.
All right.
God damn it.
12.
I rolled a nat 1, so I would have a 5.
All right.
9.
Okay. So the other group, never mind. Give me a second. Let me rethink something.
Roll it again, because I'm a nice DM, and you guys, really suck.
No.
No, you're not a nice DM?
No. So Lucan, Fury, not so much Esmeralda. She didn't have a good roll either. But Fury and Lucan, you start in the direction that you're going towards. You can kind of start hearing the cawing of crows in the distance. Multiple crows north of 10 for sure.
Am I going?
Are you what?
Going.
You keep okay, yeah, well, okay. So you keep going. You make your way through the water. Lucan, what are you doing? You're still going forward as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you continue to make your way through, what? Yeah, I understand. Stealthily. Like your nose is just barely above water to breathe.
Okay, good. And
Esmeralda.
hey,
is
I
like,
also want to mention that I'm if since I'm going like in and out of water, I want to be like reapplying mud if necessary.
okay. Every time you come out of water to breathe, if they were to notice, like your beard is like more and more caked with mud.
Okay.
Occasionally, you'll like completely submerge yourself and come out, and then all of a sudden you have like a twig sticking out. By the time you make your way through this whole entire like swamp area, you have borderline a ghillie suit on yourself of moss and mud and rotting twigs. Yeah. Esmeralda is right behind you, right in front of Fury. Every time you go really low, she's so tempted to just hold your head underwater until the bubbles stop.
Who is?
Esmeralda.
To Fury?
Nope, to you.
Why?
She thinks you're an idiot.
Good.
She kind of turns back at Fury and she's like rolling her eyes and pointing at Lucan. You notice as you kind of come up out of the water,
Sorry.
just 50 or so feet off to your left, you notice another, what appears to be a scarecrow up on a pedestal. This time, the figuration of it is different. It's more of a crucifixion kind of pose, legs straight, arms straight out, held at a tilt. This time it's facing you straight on. You don't know why, but all three of you kind of have this uneasiness as if the scarecrow is watching you.
Is it facing away from us like the other one?
Nope, this time it is facing you.
But I feel like it's watching me.
You just have this deep down feeling that it's watching you.
Can it actually? Do you think it can actually? Do you think I get the sense that it can tell that I'm not like camouflaged?
What?
Like, do I feel like I'm pretty safe because I'm so camouflaged, or am I worried about it still?
Go ahead and make an intimidation.
Intimidation?
I'm sorry, deception. Silence.
Yeah, I got this. I'm looking for modifier.
Like the fifth one down.
Yeah, I gotta log into my computer again, so it's just. I got a 17, like without the modifier. Plus 2 is.
Yeah, no, they'll do. You feel pretty good.
Okay.
You feel like you are unstoppable with your camouflage, and it's not so much. Yes, the scarecrow might be watching you, the group, but it's watching. You have the feeling that it's watching more Esmeralda.
Nice.
And you guys kind of make your way out of water.
Okay. Can I like go up behind the scarecrow?
Sure.
Okay.
You go up behind the scarecrow, and what do you do?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. All right.
Lucan, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna like not say a word and just like to fury with my like finger over my mouth and then point at the scarecrow like watch.
How do you interpret
Nothing's happening.
Yeah, okay.
What?
I yell even louder. Nothing's happening.
I'm gonna like just keep moving quietly.
I need the other group to make a perception.
$22.
All right. You heard some yelling, but you weren't. You both heard some yelling. To Nith, it sounded very unintelligible. To Sir Eldridge, all you heard was happening. And besides the fact that it came from the north, you weren't able to pinpoint too much.
Do I recognize the voice?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
Due to the muffledness of all the surroundings blocking it, you could not make too much out of it. At this point, you guys continue northward, following the cottage's walls, and you see a humanoid figure walking, kind of hunched down, sometimes low on the ground, as if it's slithering like a snake. moving from the east to west in front of you. It has this large appearance to it. A lot of twigs and sticks and herbal presence to it.
I'm sorry, which group is this going towards?
This is your group.
Okay.
Myth and, Sir Eldridge.
I ready my shield.
At this point, you
And
start hearing
some
a lot more
sword.
crows too. This time you don't need perception. You can definitely hear the crows.
Yeah. I ready my shield and some sword. And like brace myself for whatever the fuck's coming at us.
All right, it's not coming at you. It's kind of moving perpendicular with you. If anything, you would have the drop on it.
Well, I'm not going to touch it.
Okay. Nith, you and Mariel see the same thing as well. What do you want to do?
Yeah, Sam, I just kind of pull up my.
Pull out your what? Sorry.
I just pull out my great sword and then kind of.
Alright. Mariel kind of pulls off the short bow she has on her back and knocks an arrow. Kind of pulling back a little bit, but it's facing the ground. She's ready to ready to pull back and attack at any moment if anything changes. How do you guys want to proceed?
I kind of like look back at the group and I'm like, don't attack. Let's just keep going by watching it. And watch it.
Yep, I kind of the same idea and kind of like do them in agreement.
Okay. We will go back to the other group.
Can I see the center hut yet?
You cannot see the center hut.
Is it so foggy?
Yeah, it isn't in range. However, you do see kind of off to your right this time, in the farther distance, another scarecrow. It appears this time as you
Off to my
guessed.
right?
What?
Off to my right?
Off to your right this time. Yep.
And I've already encountered two of them?
Yep.
Okay.
Fury, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of following Luke and confused on what the hell he's doing with these scarecrow.
All right. Back to the other group while that's happening.
Wait.
Yeah,
I want to keep moving.
you're moving. Okay, you're still moving.
Yeah.
At this
I
time,
can see the moon.
all right. I'll get to it. At this time, we're back to Nith and Sir Eldridge.
Roger
And-
Dodger over and out.
At this time, you see another figure in front of you. This time, it's about, I'd say about like 5'6" tall, 5.5, 5 feet 6 inches tall.
What's its weight?
It doesn't look to be too thick. It has what appears to be horns sticking out of its head. Kind of has a motionless walk with it. And then right behind that figure is a third figure. This time, I would say about the same height. Seems to be a lot heavier looking. The hair or the head of this one seems to be a lot crazier, much like the first figure you saw, of like just frills going everywhere.
But they still look like scarecrows.
I wouldn't say so, no. And
Do they look?
these figures are moving, by the way.
Oh, okay.
They're all moving east to west from your right to left.
And there's 2?
Now you've seen 3.
Three figures, including on one slower, or three besides one.
3, including the one that's going slower.
Okay.
You see one kind of like slithering off and on the ground up front, and then 2 kind of figures walking behind it.
How far away are we?
I would say you're about 150 feet away.
And are we still up against?
Yes, you are kind of hunkered against the cottage's walls, the outdoor barriers of the cottages.
I say to the group, why don't we along? Actually, I say to the group, see if we can like.
Is he cutting
out?
Yep.
Okay.
What's that?
You were cutting out. You just stopped all of a sudden.
Sorry. No. Let's see if we can like cross over this wall on the from the cottage, wherever, to see if we can try to get closer without them seeing us, so we're closer to attack.
Okay. So you don't really need to like climb over the wall. Like if you walk like 10 feet more, there seems to be like a little section where the wall broke down a little bit, and you can just easily hop over there. Like it's 2 feet opening.
Cool.
I'll give you that. And you do so. At this point, you're completely covered. You can't see the 3 figures now. But if you still look forward to along this wall, you do see what appears to be a scarecrow in front of you, about 150 feet or so.
Okay. Yeah, then we just, or at least I'm gonna progress forward towards,
All right.
along that wall, keep moving forward towards
Okay.
the hut or center or whatever.
At this point, you get to the back of the scarecrow. It kind of looks out what appears to be this open field, kind of about 100 feet away or so. There seems to be this kind of a pool. You can't kind of see you can't see how big it is or how far it goes. But as you get closer to the scarecrow, you notice that there are, as you look down in the grass, there seems to be just mud streaks coming from that, or coming and going from that position that you're at right.
Like coming from the scarecrow?
No, like either this object came from one direction, came to the scarecrow, and then went off in the opposite from the scarecrow. Kind of stood right where you were, from behind.
Okay. Can we see the 3 figures from before?
At this point, they have disappeared in the fog.
Okay. Can I see like the? Can I see anybody else like the other half of our group?
You cannot.
Okay. Can I see like where the center where like the lasagna's hut's supposed to be?
You cannot see anything there either. Probably the only thing you notice is the crows are by far the loudest you've heard.
I'll go towards the crows.
And
All right,
yeah,
I'll ask the group to see. Hey, do you guys
and
want to go
just
towards
keep,
the crows?
just keep in mind. So just FYI, the crows that you can hear off in the distance, are in the direction of the 3 figures that you saw walk in front of you.
Okay. To the rest of my group, do you guys want to, or should we go towards those crows, or what do you guys think?
I think we should try to meet up with with our other group, continue as planned. But if you want to go towards the crows, I'm okay with that as well.
Well, I like your idea, and I agree. I just don't know. I guess I don't remember if we talked about a meeting place, or where we would go to try to meet them.
That's true.
I mean, I agree that I'd rather be at full force when approaching them, or should we just wait here and see if we can just wait here until maybe they arrive, or if we see any movement?
Let's wait here until and see if we can see them.
Sounds good.
All right, we will stop there, and we will go to the other group. Lucan's kind of up front, followed by Fury, and then as at this point, the crows are getting super loud, and you start to see the shape kind of peer out of the fog. As you get closer and closer, you've noticed that someone has built a kind of a ramshackle wooden hut, and on what appears to be a ginormous stump of an old tree. The rotting roots of the stump seem to be thrust out of the ground and the back end of the ground, as if it kind of has this appearance of a spider in a way. You see up front 2 cages coming off on each side of the front doorway, filled with crows, just cawing everywhere. Super loud. It's so loud that it starts to drown out the rest of the sounds of the rest of the swamp, from the toads that were around and the bugs that were around you. In front of this doorway out front, there seems to be a ginormous skull submerged halfway down into the mud. It appears to be upside down. You're not 100% sure, but it looks to be the remnants of a ginormous beast at one point.
Does it?
This is
I know.
Okay, just checking. This is Fury and Lucas.
I know, I still just want to ask questions.
Yep, got it. Okay.
Why stop my sword quarry? Gosh.
Yeah.
Alright. Should we? I'm gonna like turn to the other two and say like, should we approach and see if there's an inside?
Yeah, I want to know.
Esmeralda kind of chimes up and goes, I prefer if we wait for the rest of the group.
Do you know where the rest of the group is?
No idea.
Well, we told them that we would sneak into the hut, and then if there is a commotion, they're supposed to be backing us up.
Fair. Yep. Okay. How do we want to do this?
Do you think? So then, this is like me to the DM. Is there any way, like, is the skull like the stairs to get up there, or?
No, there seems to be stairs beyond the skull leading up.
Okay. What is the skull's function?
You don't know. It
Like,
just seems
but-
to be submerged underground.
Okay, so it kind of just is like there. It's not
It's
necessarily like I can't tell like it's being used for anything.
That is correct.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just like slowly approach the stairs then.
All right.
I'm also going to head towards the general area of the skull.
All right. Go ahead and make another stealth.
Is that to both of us?
Yes, and Esmeralda, who got a natural. A natural 20 for Esmeralda on stealth.
I got a 14.
14, 17? Okay. So you guys just creep ever so slowly up to the front of the hut. At this time, there's dozens of crows or dozens of ravens in each cage hanging off on the left and right of the hut, flapping and cawing, screeching out super loud as you approach. Some of them seem to be eyeing you, others seem to be looking away at more of a release themselves from the cage. You are about 15 feet away from the hut. I need you to make a perception.
$18.
All right. Fury?
19.
19. And Esmeralda as well. So as you guys make your way up to this left side of the hut, you take a good glimpse at this skull that's submerged under the ground. It appears to be upside down. And Lucan, you're able to pick it out a little more, but it just appears to be a dragon skull. But you guys also hear inside coming in the hut this cackling sound, laughing and joyous sound, and all of a sudden it disappears, gets muffled. What do you want to do?
I want to continue to slowly approach the stairs.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I want to like check the stairs. Chairs. Yeah, I want to like before I start climbing up, I want to see if there's any like traps that I can see.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation.
Fear, do you want to
Fury can help. Yep.
14.
All right.
Well, didn't I just... Do you want me to just get advantage on that?
It doesn't matter. What do you? Oh,
Okay. My roll is 23.
yeah, you don't need advantage on that. Yeah, you guys like quickly before you take a step on the stairs. They don't appear to be trapped or hexed in any way. However, they do look to be a little aged. If anything, you might be a little cautious and worry about of the squeaking if you were to put your weight on it.
How far down is it?
What? How far down?
Yeah.
What do you mean down?
How many steps? Like how far down the steps are?
Yeah, it's about 3 steps before you get to the level of the hut.
Oh, so not very many steps.
No. It's not large. It's just a
So
few.
can I just take like one big step and then just kind of like step over them all?
I thought you said the hut was like suspended in the air by like roots.
It kind of sits on a stump.
Oh, okay. So it's not really like... Well, you described it like a spider.
Right, so like the roots from the stump kind of come out of the ground and back into the ground where they meet with the stump.
Okay.
So like
Oh,
some
so-
stumps or some roots you can like kind of crawl under.
Okay. But it's
Uh,
pretty low still, though.
But it's pretty low. It's not levitating or off the ground.
Okay.
Um,
I understand better now.
okay.
Okay, well, so can I, without even climbing on the steps, can I, like, peer in through the doorway to see? Hut?
I'm assuming you guys kind of came up from the left side of the hut. So I'm assuming you haven't crossed the doorway yet. So from your vantage point right now, as you look in through like the angle of the doorway, you notice kind of like dresser drawers and cupboard. Some with the doors open.
Okay. But no movement?
No movement. Actually, in fact, I take that back. You do see movement. So the room seems to be lit with like torches and candlelight. When you kind of came up, before you heard the cackling stopped, you saw some movement, and then once the cackling stopped and you heard like a submersion, there hasn't been any movement.
I heard a what?
Like a cackling, laughing, joyful.
Yeah, but you said something. You said something about like a sub.
Oh, it's like like somebody going down under a liquid.
I heard that
You heard that? Yep.
coming from inside.
Coming from inside, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take out an arrow
All right.
and I'm gonna dip it in the poison,
Okay.
and I'm going to get my bow ready.
Okay.
And then after my bow is ready with this poison arrow, I'm going to motion to them that I'm like gonna go in.
All right.
And I'm going to slowly and stealthily begin to make my way to the cabin.
All right.
And once I get up to 3, what?
I just give him a thumbs up and I'm holding back for a little bit.
Okay.
And I want to like move cautiously, and especially when I'm going through the door.
Esmeralda is giving you the look and like using her arm to like slit her throat. Like, don't do it. Cut it out. Stop. Like, let's think this through. Like, fucking don't. Like, let's regroup. Like, let's think this through a little more before we do anything. Do you continue?
Yep.
All right. So you take your first step on the stairs, correct?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and give me another stealth.
Hey, question mark. Do I get advantage because of the noise of the crows?
Nope. Just give me a stealth.
19.
You take your first step and it creaks. You take your second step up to the second level. It bows, but not as loud as the first one. You take the third step. This so much weight has been pushed on this step. And then you take your fourth step. You're standing on this ledge just outside the doorway on the level of the hut. At this point, you peer in, and you can see directly in front of you, and then everything to the right. You see a baby cradle in the middle of the hut. Just beyond that, on the other side of the wall, or the other side of the cradle, on the other wall, there seems to be a treasure chest, a bed in the corner, and then again the dresser and the table that you saw earlier from your low vantage point. This hut seems to be no bigger than 15 by 15 feet on the inside.
But I can't see her.
You don't see any movement or any other figures.
But I can completely see the entire inside of the hut.
No, you're not, like, your head isn't peeking through the doorway, so you can only see, like, what's in front of you and then everything. You can't see what's around the left side of the door frame.
Because I'm on the right side of the door.
You're on the left side of the door.
And I can see like 3/4 of the...
Correct.
Okay.
We are going to take a pause and go back to the other group. So you guys are waiting for the group to show up.
How long have we been waiting?
I would say you've been waiting for about 10, 20 minutes. Keep in mind, you've probably split up no more than 40 minutes.
Okay. What do you guys think?
Is there... looking around, do I find any place that looks like it'll give us maybe a slightly better vantage point?
Probably the closest thing would be the pedestal the scarecrow is on.
I look at the group and I say we could try climbing that, and I point to the scarecrow.
Or
to look around.
Or there's like a wall like 20 feet away back that you could also kind of climb up, and that's like only gives you like a 3 foot, 5 foot advantage probably.
Yeah.
What can we all see right now? Like looking out towards like the crows and stuff like that.
Nothing.
Cat.
And I forget, are the crows just sitting there on branches?
You don't see crows, you just hear crows.
Oh, we hear crows.
Yeah. You hear squawks of crows, ravens, birds flapping, yeah.
Looking at the group, we never really planned on a place to meet, did we?
No, not really. I guess I kind of almost assumed that one of our groups would start fighting and then the other half would have to join.
Well, that's kind of what I thought the plan was they were going to sneak in, and if they needed us, they'd send a signal.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just wait here for a little longer.
Mariel chimes in and goes, "Okay, let's stick to that then. Let's just wait."
Let's wait.
All right. And we will go back to the other group. So Lucan, you saw about 2/3 of the hut. Everything from the center onto the right. You're still blocked on the left.
2/3 or 3/4?
2/3, 3/4. Same thing.
No, there's actually like
There,
a difference.
trust me, there's not a difference.
Okay. Is there a window?
There is a window on the
On my side?
Oh, no, there's not. The only window appears to be straight across on the other side of the room.
Is the door open or is there no door?
There's no door.
Can I like slowly peek my head around the inside to see if I see anything on the left side?
Sure. So you put your bow and arrow down, like it's ready, but you kind of like tuck it closer to you, pointing down even more, and you start to peer around the door frame. As you look around, you see this silver tub full of blood sitting in the back right corner or back left corner. As you continue to turn around and follow the wall, there seems to be a desk in the corner. And then all of a sudden you see something out of the corner of your eye drip from the ceiling into the tub. You look up to follow the drip, and you see this humanoid figure sprawled out, nailed with 13 nails to the ceiling, all bent to keep this person up. The neck of this figure seems to be cut and cut and cut again. Some scars aging many times, almost fully healed. Some appear to be freshly cut and newly scabbed over, hanging over this tub. As you look at the body again and follow down to the tub, this beautiful woman comes out of this tub, drenched in blood, fully naked, facing the opposite direction of you. Silky skin, gold blonde hair. She grabs this towel that was hanging over the tub, and then she starts to turn towards the rest of the room. She sees you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll attack.
18.
18 does it. Roll for damage.
How do I do the poison thing?
Poison, I'm gonna do the same as the snakes, and it's 4d6. No, 3d6.
Okay. And then 3d6.
Yes.
20 damage.
All right. You loose the arrow as soon as she sees you. It hits her in the shoulder. She goes down a little bit, and then... so I need you all to roll initiative.
Everybody?
Let's do everybody, sure.
I rolled an 18. Anyone else?
15.
No, just wait. That's
Oh, it was just really quiet there for a second. I thought I lost you guys.
nope. All right. So Fury with 18. What was Nits?
15.
Lukens?
Oh, sorry, initiative.
Yes. All right, Sir Eldridge.
15.
I rolled a 1. Adding that to my initiative, I got a 1.
Gotcha. Um. Uh. All right. So Baba Lysaga has the first move.
And she's attacking Fury.
No, she's attacking you.
Oh.
Respect the attempt.
So her first move is Finger of Death.
Nice knowing you, Lucan.
And it is 78 plus 30.
Oh.
Did you say plus 30?
Yep. It's a level 7 spell. Alright. $60 points of damage.
Well, I'm unconscious.
She sticks up her hand and immediately points it right at Luke, and this green spark comes flying across the room, hits him straight in the chest. He goes flying off the doorway, landing about 30 feet away, laying there stillless. To the rest of the group, Lucan and Nith and Sir Eldridge and Mariel, you see this bright green flash off in the distance through the fog coming from the direction of the crows. You're assuming only one thing, other that the battle has begun.
I was gonna say, I look at the group and I go, well, that's the signal. If I ever seen one, that's the signal.
Esmeralda is up next. At this, Esmeralda pulls out, runs up the stairs to the doorway, where using her full 15 feet, sees Lady Lysaga and uses lightning bolt. Uh, which is 8d6.
Oh, 1, 2, 3,000.
Points of damage. Dexterity by Lysaga is... There's so many tabs. Is a fail. Full 30 points is done to Baba Lysaga. And... Fury, it's your move.
So when you say Lucan is there lifeless, is he like beyond bringing back?
No, he's just unconscious.
No, he's just unconscious.
Okay. And where is he in compared to me?
He's 30 feet out from the hut.
Okay. Shit. I guess I will cast a Cure Wounds on him for... Hold on, am I doing the right one? Cure Wounds is a... Nope, that's the wrong one. Healing Word is the one I want. For 12 points of healing.
Alright.
And then I'm also going to use for a bonus action, I'm going to give Esmeralda a inspiration die for... And it crashed. An inspiration die for... How much is it? 1d8 that you can use for ability checks, attack roll, or saving throw. And I'll call that my turn.
Alright. Lucan, you are up.
Do we get to go?
After Lucan. Up next is Nev.
Yep.
So I'm gonna shoot an arrow at her. Can I see her from where I
You
am?
cannot see her. You are
What?
30 feet away.
Okay. Is she? But she's like in the center of the cabin thing.
Nope, she's still in the tub.
Yep. Isn't that in the the back left of the room then?
The back left of the room, correct.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move because I'm assuming I'm like blasted backwards. I'm gonna go like move over to the right until I have a line of sight to the back of the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to shoot at her.
So what's your speed?
I don't normal. Like,
No, how many feet can you move in a round?
what?
How many feet can you move in a round?
30.
30? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So due to the terrain, it's halved. 15 and yeah, I'll give it to you. So you can move your full 15 to get a full view of Baba Light Saga. However, I am going to make you do disadvantage for 2 reasons. A, you are aiming through an angled doorway, so it's kind of like thinner.
Okay.
As well as Esmeralda is also kind of in this doorway, making it even thinner.
Okay, but I have a trait that gives me that it doesn't matter.
What trait is this?
Here, I'll pull it up. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage. On
What is
your
this trait
range
called?
weapon. I'm getting sharpshooter.
Okay.
And range weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
All right. I'll give it to you. No disadvantage.
That is a 24 to hit.
Which hits.
Oh, can I cast? The Hail of Thorns?
Did you need to tell me before? No, that's...
Well, it's a bonus action.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah, no, you're good. You can do it. You can do it.
I'm going to cast that at level 2.
Alright.
So that's... I'm just looking for how many dice that is. Sorry. Okay.
Today, June.
I know.
Nip, did you ready? You're next.
Yep. While he's doing it, how far away are we? Roughly,
So while he's doing that,
estimated?
yeah. So while he's doing that, let me just tell you what's going on right in front of you. Immediately as this green flash went, you probably would guess that you're roughly 250 feet away or so. It's just beyond the fog in that direction. However, the scarecrow that you're standing by all of a sudden comes to life at that green flash. Kind of cricks its neck as if it's waking from a long rest and jumps down and looks at you.
28 points of damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to attack it again.
All right. Roll for damage or roll for attack.
Uh, 29 points of damage.
Roll for attack.
Oh, shit. $12 to hit.
That misses. So you lock another arrow and it and goes. It hits through all the targets just fine, but it just slightly misses above the witch. Nif, now it's officially your turn.
I will go ahead and attack the scarecrow then.
All right.
Sorry, I know I should have prepared. Yeah, I'll just do a straight up great sword attack.
All right.
I got in, let's see, dirty 20.
That hits.
All right. $19 points of damage.
Okay. You said 19?
Yep.
And then we are to Sir Eldridge.
How close am I to the scarecrow, motherfucker?
10 feet. You guys are kind of like all crowded around it.
Then, staying where I'm at, I'm going to do a lunging attack. I still have my shield and sun sword equipped.
Okay.
So, does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Okay, where's my... There it is. Fuck you. $16 damage.
Oh. It's...
Don't... Oh, me.
So, from the 2 hits you guys have hit, like, done to it, it's pretty, like, banged up. Straws being left everywhere. It's, the Scarecrow's turn, and it lunges...
No, it's not.
Okay, never mind.
I would like to use my second attack.
Use your second attack.
Oh, shit.
I'm terrible at that, too, Jacob.
Fuck me.
Corey,
Also, Muriel has
I've...
to go. Like, after Eldritch.
Sir Eldridge, what was your attack?
Can I decide that I don't
it was a
actually have
natural
a second
one, wasn't it?
attack?
Was it a natural one? Bye? Okay,
Yeah, it was a natural one.
okay.
So, I'm going to run away from my problems.
Nope. Since you're lunging at the scarecrow's going to attack you on its turn, and it's coming at you with multi-attack as well with 2 claws. First one is a 21, which I don't know hits. Does it?
Yeah.
Does it? Okay.
Is this before Muriel?
Yes, this is before Muriel.
Okay.
So 2d4.
Is she rolling that one too?
No, she's. Oh, on her initiative, yes.
So why did I get to go first?
Because you have a higher dexterity.
She has a negative dexterity?
She isn't flawless. So 5 plus 6 points of damage of slashing done on the first one. The second claw is coming in for attack and does a 12 on a armor class.
Misses.
Misses. Okay.
I got an AC of 18.
And go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw as well.
12.
Ooh, just enough. All right, you're good. Now it's Muriel's attack on the Scarecrow. with a 4 does not do it. And we are back top of the order, and Baba Lysaga is up. At this point, she jumps out of the tub, runs across the room, but just absolutely naked, pushes Esmeralda out of the way. Esmeralda, though, gets a... what's it called?
Opportunity attack.
Thank you. Opportunity attack.
Is she hot?
She's pretty gorgeous.
Can you send us a pic?
Maybe later.
Okay.
As she moves, Esmeralda pulls out her rapier, and rolls a 2. So, or I don't have to roll attack, right? I just do damage on opportunities, correct?
No, you still have to roll.
Okay, still have to roll. Okay, so 2.
Yep.
So she takes her rapier and misses. The witch, Baba Lysaga, jumps from the top shelf of the hut and lands in the skull. At this point, the skull starts to rumble and starts to pull out of the ground. At this point, she comes out and she's hovering 10 feet above the ground, and then moves another 20 feet.
In the skull?
In the skull, flying through the air.
Like she's basically riding it?
Yes.
Naked?
Yes, but you can't really see it.
Bowser.
You can't really see it because the skull is like pretty big and blocking.
Okay. And that's it?
That is her turn. And we will go to Esmeralda. And she does Firebolt. And she's going to attack the skull instead of Baba.
The skull is living?
Like it has stats.
So the skull itself can attack?
We'll find out. She uses Firebolt against the skull, and she does 17, which hits 2d. 2d10. For 9 points of damage. And we are to... does she have an... No, she only gets 1. Fury, it's your move. Fury.
Sorry, I didn't realize muted. I'm going to go back up to Lucan and give a healing wound for a 16 points of healing.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to do same thing as before and give Lucan a 1d8 Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay.
And I will call that my turn.
Can I use Bardic Inspiration on an attack or on a damage?
It is for creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. So no, you cannot add it to a damage roll, but you can add it to an attack roll or a saving throw.
So after Fury is Lucan.
Who's up?
Lucan
You.
is up.
Oh. How far? Okay, so she's in the skull, right?
Yes.
How far away is she?
So she is 10 feet out from you because she's only flew about 40. She only flew 20 feet, and you were 30 feet away. So she is 10 feet out from you, but she's also 10 feet up in the air. So do your trigonometry, and that's how far.
Okay. And Fury's like next to me then, since he just did healing hands on me.
Correct.
Okay, well I'm gonna run like 30 feet away.
You can only run 15.
Yeah.
Everything is halved due to the environment.
Fuck. Well, I'm gonna for sure run 15 feet away.
All right.
So that puts me a total of 25 feet away. And it takes a whole nother action to dash, right?
Correct.
Does she look bloodied at all?
I mean, she came out of the tub bloody.
Well, okay, but I mean, like, she's been hit a couple times now. Does she look hurt?
You can't really make that call.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at her.
So you did not dash?
Not yet. I'm gonna shoot an arrow at her.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good. $32 points of damage.
Okay. All right. After Lucan is Nith.
Hey, not done yet.
God damn it.
Did I mean, like, I hit her just fine and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna dash. Like another 15 feet away.
I don't think you can do that.
Why?
Because it's either attack or dash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get 2 attacks, but not 2 actions.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, well, I'm gonna attack again.
All right.
15.
15 does hit. Wait, what was your attack on the first time?
Oh shit! I forgot to roll that again.
You gotta fucking roll that. I ain't
Okay.
gonna let you, I ain't gonna let you get by.
15.
All right.
15.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, so that
No.
hit. Second
So
one.
your first one hit.
Yeah, second one, 17.
17 hits.
Okay.
While he's doing that, is a scarecrow still alive by us?
Scarecrow is still alive. You and yet you are up next.
Dumb.
Uh, 21 damage.
All right. Nith, you are up.
Again, just plain, great sword attack to the scarecrow.
Sure. Roll for attack.
13.
Ooh. 13 hits.
Cut.
I'm just gonna give it to you. It had 1 point left. So, you strike true with it, and it just cuts in half and just falls into a pile of hay. Anything else you'd like to do? At this time, you can kind of see, just barely coming out of the fog, is this witch
Like,
in a flying skull.
okay.
Really, you don't even know it's the witch. You just see this gorgeous naked lady
Flying up in there, okay.
flying on an upside down dragon skull.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's not good.
How gorgeous is she? Like, on a scale of 20.
20.
Yeah. She's a 20 out of 20?
She is a 20 out of 20.
I'm just gonna move as close, like, heading that way as possible.
Do you dash that way? Oh, wait, no, you attacked.
I can't, yeah. And that's the end of my turn.
So that's it, end of yours, and so it is. Scarecrow is done. Sir Eldridge.
I'm gonna dash towards the beautiful lady.
Alright. So you move a full 30 feet.
60.
It's tricky terrain.
Oh. 30.
30. Mariel does the same as well. Dashes following Sir Eldridge. And at this time, Fury, Lucan, and Esmeralda, you start to feel a rumble in the ground. And huge explosions coming back from the hut. You guys quickly look over at the hut, and the roots are coming out of the ground. Hits the ground, and the hut begins to rise. Higher and higher above the ground. Now the hut sits about 30 feet above the ground. One of roots taken high, slapping it on the ground. Esmeralda falls off of the hut as it rises. And so it can reach 60 feet, and it does a root attack on Fury. 17.
That hits.
That hits. All right. For 42 points of damage.
Well, I'm unconscious.
All right. And the house has a multi-attack, so it also, with another root, picks up a rock, which it has a range of 120 feet. And it throws it towards Lucan. 18.
root comes at me. Is that what you're saying?
No, the root picks up a rock and hurls it in your direction.
Yeah, that would hit me. If
It's okay. Triple 7, 21, 29 points of damage.
Well, I'm dead again.
Alright.
From a fucking rock?
Well, I
Hey,
mean,
dude, Goliath.
it's more like a boulder, really.
Alright.
Esmeralda, now looking at this hut, is like perplexed. She was knocked prone, so she uses all her movement to get up. And she uses Firebolt. For 3 points. And Fury, it's your move.
Well,
We are
I guess
doing a death saving
I
throw.
really don't have much to do besides roll, correct?
You have a death saving throw.
Hey, did you say that Esmeralda had she did 3 points of damage?
Yeah.
So I had
2 d10s, and she rolled a 1 and a 2. Yep, go ahead.
So I was saying my first death roll was 17, so this is one success.
That is a success, yes. And we then are to Lucan for a death saving throw.
Eight.
That is a fail. And then we are to
Nith.
Nith.
And I will. How far away am I from the skull lady, and therefore the group?
Uh,
Well, maybe not the group, but just the skull lady.
the skull lady, I would say you're about 40 feet away.
Okay. Can I tell which way she's facing? Like, is her back to me?
No, she's unaware of your group at the moment. If anything, she's focused back at the hut and the other group that first popped up at her.
Yeah. Could we hear the hut in the distance, like, lift up?
You heard, yes, some like rumbles and smashes.
Okay.
You're not 100% sure what it was, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna dash. I'm just trying. So like, so if I'm looking at her, which way is she looking? Like towards back to the group, but which way would that be? Like if I'm looking straight at her.
So I always imagine you're looking straight at her. You're facing the north.
Okay.
She is traveling west to east.
Okay.
But she is looking back at her back towards the west.
So her back is facing the west?
I say her back is facing the north. Like her body is facing you. She's looking westward to her right.
Okay.
She looks like she's like about to turn this device back towards the direction she came from.
Okay. And you said she's 45 feet away.
40.
40. Okay. How high off the ground is she?
About 10 feet.
Okay.
I will not give that into the distance.
Yep. Okay. This. I don't. Oh, fuck. I don't know why. I'm. Shit. I'm going to dash towards the west where she's looking. Trying to get back to the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you dash a full 30 feet
Yep.
back towards. At this time, you can see somewhat this large creature make out the shape in the fog, kind of standing 30 or so feet high, kind of 6, 7, 8 legs into the ground, like a giant spider.
Can I see any of our party?
You do see also a little closer on the ground laying is 2 bodies. One, they both look like the figures you saw earlier. One with the horns, and the other one with the ghillie suit that you saw crawling around.
Okay. How far away are they from me?
They're probably another 20 or so feet.
Okay. And so I can see they're on the ground, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Prone, laying flat.
And when they do their death roll, would that be considered a saving throw?
Yes, I believe so.
Either way, I'm going to use or cast Misty Step and teleport up to 30 feet to get to them.
So again, you already used your dash.
It's a bonus action.
It's a bonus action?
Yes.
All right, I'll give it to you. Yeah. So you cast your Misty Step and you're there.
And that is my turn.
Sure. So we are to Sir Eldridge and Mariel. And you guys are running. Last time I thought you guys were running north as well with Nith.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys used your dash.
Mm-hmm.
So just right before we get to you, I just want to let you know that out of the corner of your eye, coming from the east, you see a humanoid figure running towards you guys. It's still like 150 feet out. You're starting to make it out from the fog. But, okay, it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep running north, but
Alright.
look over and see if I could identify what it is. Does it look like it's another scarecrow coming?
Go ahead and make a intelligence check.
Where is? Oh God, I'm a moron. 11.
No, you are not a moron. Yes, that is a scarecrow.
Okay.
Anything? So, did you use your dash? Or did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
You're gonna dash, so you moved a full 60 feet.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
I do?
so
I'm out of that? Oh.
No. Sorry. You moved a full 30 feet.
Okay.
And
I tell the group, I'm like, hey, there's another one coming over there.
Okay. Meryl runs with you. You both are about 10 feet out and underneath the lich. Due to the large skulls, she's she doesn't really know you're there, and she doesn't see you right now due to the fact that the skull is in the way.
And she's 10 feet off the ground?
She's 10 feet off the ground. So yeah.
Question.
Yep.
So, this is how lunging attacks read. When you make a melee weapon attack on your turn, you can expend one superiority die to add the total to the damage roll and to increase your reach for the attack by 5 feet. Does that theoretically mean if I am standing underneath her and I do a lunging attack, I could attack her because she's 10 feet up in the air?
I don't see why not.
Okay. And she's 10 feet away?
She's 10 feet away.
Then I am going to use... Where is it? Oh, wait. Never mind. I thought it was something else. Okay, yep. My turn's done.
Okay. We are back at...
Wait, Meta. Corey,
Yep.
how much damage... Or what's my current HP that you have listed for me? Have I taken more than 10 damage?
No.
Okay. Because right now I only have 10 damage, but I thought... For some reason I thought back there I took another 20 something. But
No,
I think that was something else.
that
Okay.
was just from the Scarecrow. So we are back to Baba Lysaga. At this point, she starts to turn around in the skull, making a large U, and she starts heading back towards the hut. At this point, she sees Nith in the middle of Fury and Lucan, and she does. She does polymorph. At Nith. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Nith.
Okay. $25.
So she has this like evil cackle as she flies around and sees you, and she dashes something at you, and it hits you, but you're able to like shake it off. It was just nothing too much happened. Like for a quick moment, you kind of did a meh, but other than that, you're fine.
He made a goat noise.
Yep, he made a goat noise, but besides that, nothing else happened. And so we are to Esmeralda. She will take another attack at the hut. This time with a hand axe, and she runs up towards the root. And she pulls out the axe that she used earlier from that she got at Yester Hill. Rolls a 13, which plus that. All right, 13 plus modifier hits the hut. She does 1d12. Plus another d8 for the plant. For a total of 11 points of damage to the hut. And we are to Fury.
All right. My
You
next.
can also,
save-
both Fury and Lucan, you get to add 3 to your throws.
Okay. My next saving throw is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes. Is the same as a natural 20 in this circumstance.
So you rolled a 17 plus the 3?
Plus the 3, yes.
Yeah. I will give it to you.
So I get 1 HP now, correct?
You are up to 1 HP. You are back.
And is that my turn? Am I done, or do I get
that?
to continue?
That is unfortunately your turn, though.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm done.
So we are to Lucan.
11.
11. That is a success. And so there's 1, and then we are to Nith.
I will do. I'll do cure wounds or cast cure wounds on Lucan.
All right.
One second, I'll find the right one. Ooh, so Lucan gets 11 hit.
All right. He's back with 11 hit points. And then so is that the end of your turn?
Can I also do how far away is the baby lasagna?
Baby lasagna is probably about 20 feet away.
Okay.
Coming right towards you.
Actually, one second, I gotta. Just a second. Never mind, I can't do it. I'm done.
All right. So we are to Sir Eldritch. FYI, that figure is still running towards you, but it's still quite a few ways off. And what do you want to do?
Please hold. Can we come back to me?
Sure. We will go to Mariel, and she pulls out her short bow, and she takes aim at Baba, aiming for her. So due to the coverage, she has a disadvantage. Hits. I have a disadvantage. 2, 7, 9 does not hit. So she takes miss with Baba Lysaga.
Okay, I'm back.
And we are to Sir Eldridge.
Alright, so can I get under her with my 30 feet of regular movement?
No. She has a flying speed of 40 feet. So last turn she used it full and kind of got out of it.
Okay, so she's 50 feet away from me.
Yeah, she's quite a few.
And we're still on difficult terrain.
Correct.
I dash and get 30 feet closer.
Got it. And you're running towards her, correct?
Yep.
Got it. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. We are actually at the top of the order, and so it's a good stopping point for the night. So, yeah, that's it.